What is up, guys? My name is Corey, and welcome back to another gameplay. And today I'm bringing you some team deathmatch on arcade and using the USAS. And this is pretty good gameplay. You know, I'm not a gameplay commentator. I'm more of just, you know, a gameplay commentator, which I actually did not know what that meant for a while. I was just kind of, I always thought gameplay commentator meant you were like, well, I'm running now. But whatever, scratch everything I just fucking said, because that all has nothing to do with what I kind of want to talk about today. And basically what I want to talk about, guys, is something completely different than anything I regularly ever talk about. I usually try to keep my topics totally different from each other, and I try not to talk about the same thing very often and a lot. So basically what I want to talk about today is something completely different than anything I've ever talked about, and I think. And it's kind of gonna be like, it's more of a what if, like, and I know we can all play the what if game for years, you know, we could go on for days, but it's not gonna change anything. But I just, like, I was just in school today, and we were talking about Charles Darwin, you know, how he fucking, the theory of evolution and all that stuff. And, you know, if you don't know who he is, just Google him, you'll find a lot on him. And he just kind of came up with the idea that people have evolved, and, like, animals evolve in order to survive better and stuff. And, you know, sounds really true. That whole theory is, it has so much proof behind it. And, you know, all of this, every theory is just highly backed up with all the proof they need to, and, you know, they all are very believable. And, you know, that's the thing. They're believable, but we aren't, like, I love how our society, we're basing what we kind of know to be as completely true and realistic, things like the theory of evolution and the whole idea of Pangea, all of the continents being one. I love how we do all of these things. Like, we have people who research string theory, and, you know, think about it, guys. They could probably just figure out tomorrow. Like, what if they figured out tomorrow that string theory was completely bullshit? Like, it wasn't even real. Like, things like that. They weren't even real. You know what would happen? So many people would be out of jobs because they'd be researching a topic that's not even real. And, you know, it's just crazy to think that we have these ideas that everything is, all these theories are so true, like they all happened. And, you know, like the Big Bang, like, for all we know, that it might not have happened like that. For all we know, it could have happened how Family Guy portrayed it. Maybe Jesus did just fart and some shit. But, you know, we don't actually know. I love how we just kind of assume that we know what the fuck happened, and we don't. Like, we are guessing on what is truly lives. Like, we're guessing on what we think could have happened. And, you know, we're teaching kids about things that could have happened. Like, I am learning about in school about things that may or may not be true. You know, they're putting their time, effort forth to show me things that probably in reality might not even be completely true. They might be telling me just lies. And, you know, I don't want to say this is all maybe the government's like wanting us to learn this, because that really sounds Illuminati-ish. And if y'all don't know what the Illuminati is, just Google that. You'll find so much on that. But it's just, we could be learning all of these things that aren't even true. And it's crazy to think that everything we know about maybe science or about a lot of things could easily be, like, misinterpreted or taken, and it could be completely false. Really, so many things that we think are, that not we think, they seem so real, they could all be fake. Just think about it. Things like the theory of evolution. You know, maybe I didn't evolve from some monkeys. Maybe I just was born. Maybe me and monkeys were just born. We just happened to be made, and, you know, just randomly, like, maybe a human was there, and maybe, like, we all popped up. Maybe fucking we all slid out of a chocolate cake or something. I'm not saying that's true, but I'm just saying it's crazy to think that anything is possible like that. You know, this whole string theory and the whole evolution and all of this stuff, it's all theories, guys. We're being told, I don't want to say we're being told false things, because, you know, I honestly don't think it's false. In my mind, it is not false. But it's just the idea that everything we are learning could potentially be completely wrong. And it's just crazy because say one day they did prove everything I'm saying, that everything I'm saying right now is true, like everything was wrong, like all these theories are proven false. What, like the knowledge that I'm learning now, what would that do for me? I would be completely fucked. I would be screwed over so much in a world where everything like this could be completely, everything I know could basically become useless. All the knowledge about just anything, it could become completely useless. And it's just crazy to think about it, guys. I don't know how I was to explain it. It's just I want you to take a minute to think about it, because no one really tries and sits down and thinks about these kind of things, but it's just like when you do, you're like, you open up your mind to so many things like this. I was just sitting in class and I was thinking about it. I was like, we completely believe in things that are potentially so fake. We have no idea. We're trusting all our faith into something that might not even be real. We sit here and we read about books about these people who make these big discoveries that might be fake. And it's just crazy, guys. But guys, hope you enjoyed. My name's Corey.